Whoa, okay, we are zoomed in. How do we unzoom? There we go. Hello everybody, today is the 26th of February 2020. I know I haven't uploaded at all, and I do still have loads of videos in the making, but I don't like most of what I've pre-recorded about them. So I need to go through the tedious process of re-recording the main amount of the footage. And yeah, I thought I would just end up vlogging today because I need to upload something. I haven't uploaded it in ages, so I thought I would upload video today. So yeah, current time is about 24 minutes past 10, and what's on today's agenda is going shopping and stocking up on supplies because the coronavirus is like slowly and steadily making its way across the planet, and as a result everyone's saying lock yourself indoors for like 2 weeks and basically self-hibernate, not self-isolate. So I'm going to do that, and the other good thing is today my new network switch is supposed to be arriving. In fact, I have confirmation that it will be arriving today. So that will have its own video at some point when I completely overhaul my network infrastructure. But yeah, I'm just happy because I finally got a new switch. Well, I say a new switch. I've never actually owned a switch before, and that's because I've never needed one. But over the years, I've found myself needing more and more like Ethernet connected devices, and I also want to set up link aggregation or port trunking or whatever you want to call it with my NAS, and that requires at least 4 Ethernet ports, which I don't currently have given my current setup. So I bought a 16 port managed switch so I can set up everything completely with link aggregation and basically just be able to plug all my Ethernet devices in without needing to unplug something to plug something else in when I want to use that something else. So that's going to be good. I won't be doing that in this video. I mean, I'll probably give a teaser of the switch and like this is what it looks like and stuff, but it will have its own video at some point. In fact, I'm thinking I might make a few videos on it. I'll probably do an unboxing one and like an overview and testing video, and then I will do either a fairly large video or a series of multiple videos where I basically redo my internet infrastructure and redo it all, reconfigure it all. But anyway, that's what's going to happen this morning. When I go to the shop, I probably won't record anything because I don't really like recording in public, and I also don't want to mess about recording and shopping at the same time. I'd rather go to the shop, get what I need, and leave, and then start recording when I get back home. So yeah, that's on today's agenda. And I don't have a suitcase up in the Sentra. I don't even have a Sentra. I find Sentras are, they're like that car that just exists, that doesn't really need to exist, but it just does exist. What am I on about? I know what I'm on about. It is a bit later on in the day, as a matter of fact, it's 12:15 and I'm back from shopping. Like I said, I didn't record any of it because I didn't want to, but look what arrived while I was out. My parcel arrived, so what should be in here is my new network switch. With the network switch, when you bought it, it came bundled with like a free gift, which is a Ethernet tester, a crimping tool, and a wire cutter thing to take the isolation off the cables when you are creating your own Ethernet cables, which I won't be doing because I don't actually have a big reel of Ethernet cable yet. That is a possibility for the future, but I have made one Ethernet cable in the past, and that Ethernet cable is this cable here. There's nothing fancy about it. It's a Cat 5e cable, as you can see there, category 5e. And I forgot the name of the wire layout. I think it's like T58B or something like that. This is the cable that I was referring to when I said I've made a cable in the past. This is literally that cable. And it works fine. I just don't have any uses for it. Or didn't. I will do now I have a switch. I'm not going to unbox the switch in this video. I'm just going to take the switch out of the brown box it's arrived in. I guess I'll give you a sneak peek at the network switch. Anyway, let me get my other camera set up and then I can do a quick time lapse of me unboxing this box. And that's as detailed an unboxing you're going to get in this video regarding these products. Anyway, what was in the box was this. This is just a free bundle that was thrown in with this switch. It's a Ethernet cable tester for when you make your own Ethernet cables. I've got like a cable stripping tool and a crimping tool to crimp the RJ45 connector. Oh, it also does RJ11, this tester as well. And this is the switch that I got. I got a Netgear, where's its technical name? A Netgear GS116E, which is a 16 port, well, literally says it there, 16 port gigabit Ethernet managed, smart managed switch. On the website, Netgear claims it's got a full duplex of 32 gigabit per second, which is 1 gigabit receive and send from each port when the switch is fully populated, which is more than enough for my needs. I only need 7 ports, but I thought if I got an 8-port switch, then I'd only have one more available port, and I don't know what future expansion will look like. So I thought if I just get a 16-port switch now, then I will have room for future expansion. And I know it's only gigabit and not 10 gigabit. That's because I don't want to spend a fortune on it, and literally none of my equipment supports 10 gigabit. So if I did get 10 gigabit, my equipment wouldn't work at 10 gigabit because my equipment is only capable of gigabit speeds. And my NAS is capable of 2 gigabit, but that's due to it having 2 LAN connectors, which I could set up in link aggregation. And I'm not going to unbox it any further in this video, so you'll need to wait for the actual unboxing video and setup video if you want to see more about this switch. I guess I can unbox this now because it is literally just a Ziploc bag. How does this one work? I guess it lights up with different coloured lights when you plug a connector in. Also included is a cable stripping tool and a RJ45 crimping tool. So that's that. There's a switch and bundle thing that came together. The weather is horrible. Well, to be honest, I actually really enjoy snow and snowstorms and stuff. The same with thunderstorms. I just find it all like relaxing, nice and cozy and warm inside, and it's just like chaos outside. I don't know why, I just find it really peaceful and relaxing when there's storms. This is, we've had quite a few storms recently in the UK. We've had Storm Sierra, which I did get a bit of footage of, which I guess I will insert now. And we also had the last of Storm Dennis, or this may be part of Storm Dennis. I'm not 100% sure, but anyway, we've had quite a few storms come over from the Atlantic. Storm Dennis. Is that still today? Okay, looks like this is probably part of Storm Dennis still. Anyway, I find it really relaxing. I don't know why, I just do. I like storms and stuff, they are relaxing. Right, back to editing. Oh wait, I've run out of footage to edit. I need to edit this bit now then. Okay, it is the following day, as you can tell by the transition that says the next day. I know I said I wasn't going to be doing any network switch video stuff in this video, but I have been doing, and this is a configuration. There's a network switch, and I've got absolutely no idea what I've done to it, but somehow I've bricked it. Like, it turns on, and I do get activity LEDs, as you can see. The internet does work through the switch, but if I try and connect to the switch via the web interface, it takes too long to respond. It just cannot connect. So the default IP has probably changed somehow, and I need to log into my router to try and find the switch as a connected device, and hopefully I can find the new IP through there. Okay, right, okay, I'm now into the router. Where's the connected devices on here? It won't be in wireless. Oh yeah, maintenance attached devices, here we go. Right, there's an unknown device connected to that IP. Is that the switch? I've found the switch! The password is just password because I've reset it to factory settings. Right, I'm back in. No idea why the IP decided it was going to change. Where's my lag control? Oh yeah, it's reset to factory defaults, hasn't it? Let me connect my NAS, just a quick test, and see if this works. From what I've read, this switch doesn't actually support LACP, so I may need to return it and get a different switch that does support LACP. I'll see if this works. I need to select ports 1 and 2, make sure it's lag ID 1, apply that, head over to lag configurations, select that one and enable it, and apply that there. So now I need to log into my NAS and try and set up the bonding between the two NICs. That's the wrong username for the NAS, there we go. Control panel, network interface, bond 1. This switch doesn't support LACP, so I can't use the IE802.3AD dynamic link because it's not supported. Where's that 3GB test file I just created? There it is. Copy that over to the NAS. We are looking at speeds of 113 megabytes. Right, so the link has not been created. Let me go ahead and just disable that, because I've actually heard enabling it can disable it somehow. Not sure how that works, but let's see if that works. 113 megabytes. Nope, that's still 1 gig. What else can I do to make this work? So it just created that. So now I need to restart the NAS for those changes to take effect. And let's see if it works. It may not work, which means I may need to return this switch, because at the time of me buying this switch, I didn't realize it didn't support LACP. But it looks like it doesn't support LACP, and as a result that could be a bit of a problem. Now if I just wanted a switch just to connect all my Ethernet devices, it would work perfectly fine. But I specifically got the switch to set up LACP configurations, and the switch doesn't actually support LACP. So that's a mistake on my part. It's not the switch's fault, it's my fault for not doing proper research before buying the switch. But yeah, it's just kind of annoying, the fact that I didn't do the proper research. Right, my NAS beeped, which means it booted back up. Let's just sign in again. Why are we taking forever to sign into my NAS? Trying to figure this out. Right, I can't sign into my NAS now, so probably setting that to, right, unplug that one. Let's go back to my NAS and see if I can set up. Okay, so unplugging that one Ethernet cable now means I can log into my NAS. So connecting the secondary Ethernet cable to my NAS means that it can't seem to receive packages through the Ethernet. Therefore, I won't be able to log into it. So what have I done? I'm having a bit of trouble trying to get this to work. Adaptive load balancing seems to not work, because I just tried that and I couldn't log in with both cables attached. The LACP mode is not supported. The balance XOR mode seems to not really do anything, and the active standby mode does not support link aggregation of any type, whether it's lag or LACP or whatever. I may just need to return this switch. I mean, it's a good switch. If you want a switch that just works as a 16-port switch and you do not need LACP, then I'd say this switch would be fine, because I literally just plugged it in and it seemed to work straight away. Firmware update, well, if I'm going to be returning it, I'm not really bothered whether it's out of date or not. And no, before anyone asks, I'm not giving it away because it's brand new, and I'd rather return it and get a refund and reinvest that refund into a different switch that does support LACP. I'm not just randomly giving giveaways out for no reason. I don't even know how to set up a giveaway. Hello, George. Are you okay? You still look like you're half asleep. The cat just came to visit, in case you wondered who George is. Have you just woken up because you're walking about in a very half-dazed state? George, you've got the vet on Tuesday. You need to go in for your immune booster. Yes, you do. Snugger's shaking your head. I've already booked the appointment for you. Right, George, so now what I need to do is I need to unplug everything, try and reset this switch to the default settings, package it back up and send it back. Are you just going to sit there and watch? Anyway, yeah, that's regarding the switch, and I guess that's it for this vlog. So, yeah, I know I said yesterday that I wouldn't do anything regarding the Switch, but when I was troubleshooting the Switch, well, not when I was troubleshooting the Switch, when I was setting it up and trying to configure it, I realised that it didn't support LACP, which means that it's not really fit for my use, because I specifically bought it to set up several LACPs across several like NAS devices and stuff, which I can't do. So I need to look at returning this Switch and finding another Switch that does support LACP. So yeah, that's been it for this video. If you have enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you haven't, give it a dislike. Comment, share, favourite, subscribe, all of that other stuff. Thank you to those like 888 people that have subscribed to me. And that number just keeps like ticking up and up and up, even though I'm not putting out content very regularly. But yeah, thank you for subscribing. I know my upload schedule is a bit sporadic at the minute, but I have no intentions of leaving YouTube. And yeah, that's it for this video. So I'll see you in the next video.